Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing an add-on spotlight. Someone suggested it and I thought it was an absolutely superb idea, and so I am going to do it, because why would I not do something that I think is an absolutely superb idea? So props to the person who suggested it, and yeah, let's get going. Today we'll be looking at Dominos. For a guide on the add-on, there should be a link in the description. If there isn't one, then I am slacking, and feel free to shout at me in all caps, because that's quite acceptable for me slacking. It's okay. It's the only way to get my attention. Anyway, so what we'll be doing is just having a look at what Dominos does. Basically, it replaces all your action bars. You'll see that my screen just looks weird. What's going on? And this is how I've got it set up. Now, it doesn't start off this way, and it is quite a bit of an annoyance to try and set everything up the way you want, particularly for druids. And the reason for that is because I'm not entirely sure about this, but this is kind of my working theory. When you shapeshift, Blizzard swaps in your normal action bar for a different action bar. So if you look at this action bar over here, with this one with the little Pandaren scarecrow on it, alright, now if I shapeshift into bear form, that'll change to a different one, and it'll be a different one for cat form, and a different one for travel form. Travel form is generally just what it is ordinarily. Now, what my theory is that the action bars it's using are different action bars that are saved somewhere else. So for example, when you go into bear form, maybe that's action bar 10, and now what happens is it swaps that in for your action bar 1. But the problem comes in that then when you've shapeshifted, or even when you're not shapeshifted, you still got those annoying icons on the normal Dominos bars. For example, if I just open this up, should be one of these. Whoa! Hang on, go away. It's all trying to keep itself nicely slotted together. There we go. I've got one of these hidden out. So it is, you can deal with it, and I'll put that in the guide. But you'll see, look, there's the bear bar. You don't want to have the bear bar and the bear bar showing at the same time. It's really irritating. So I do cover it in the guide of how to get rid of this, and it was one of the things that I really hated about the Dominos before, but it's quite easy to deal with, and you can basically just make them really, really tiny and make it so that you don't interact with them, so you can basically click stuff and then nothing happens and everything. Let's just exit that. So you'll be able to drag pretty much everything where you want it with Dominos, and you can have the bars set up how you want. You can change their sizes, you can make individual bars different, you can make them invisible, and it'll also let you keybind things pretty easily. Let me just find out how that is. There we go. Shift, left click it, and then basically what you do is you hover your mouse over one of the buttons, then you press a button, and it will make that button keybound to the button you pressed. So it does make keybinding really, really easy. It's one of the best things about Dominos. It's pretty sweet. Now, even for druids with all of those action bars that are hidden, you can see I've still got a lot. I mean, look at how many buttons I've still got free. That's quite a few that I'm just straight up not using because I don't really need to use them. So you should have quite a few free buttons with this. Even with trying to hide all of the other buttons, and key binding stuff is really easy. I do quite like Dominos. It does have some of the problems, but like I said, most of those are really easily sorted, and you can just make the bars that you don't want invisible and out of the way and tell them to get lost because they're annoying and nobody loves them because they're irritating. And then you've got the bars over here, and you can change the sizes. Basically all it does is it takes your all the buttons that you would normally have on the bottom of your screen with the default Blizzard UI, you can now move them and do whatever you want with them. And there are also a whole bunch of add-ons that you can use to make the buttons look all shiny like I have. So if you don't like how they look now but you want them bigger, or you just want them plain, or you want them normal Blizzard, that's totally easy to do, and you use an add-on called, I think it's Mask, to do that. It should be over here, add-ons, Mask, there we go. And it's there somewhere. Unfortunately, it's quite a bit of an annoyance to try and open up, and I think you have to type /mask. There we go, to do it. Otherwise it doesn't want to know. And then you can change how it looks. So that's Dream, that's the default Blizzard, which I don't really like very much. Then you've got Onyx, you've got this one, which is the one I'm normally using. So that's a different add-on, and there should be a link to Mask in the description, and a link to Dominos in the description, because you need to get these sweet add-ons. They are really, really awesome, and I would say that probably the key binding thing is one of the things that makes Dominos really, really fantastic. If you're a total boss and you have every single one of your abilities totally memorized, and you never ever have to look at your buttons ever, you could probably keybind everything and then make all of it invisible and non-interactive, and basically you would have no buttons shown and would be able to press buttons and do things that were awesome. Though I wouldn't do that, because I like seeing the buttons. The buttons are shiny, the buttons are awesome, and they look so great with their shininess. I like shiny buttons, they're so good. And that is it for this Addon Spotlight. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed rambling, because that is what I do best, so check the description of this video for all that good stuff with all the links to the different things. And I hope you enjoyed, and cheerio.